You've played at the highest level. You've had Hall of Fame teammates. You've pitched against Hall of Famers. You've done everything a lot of baseball players at a young age dream to accomplish. Can you share some advice you have for them in their own journey that you learned along the way?
I would say that God's never through with you. Every step in my journey I saw as something that prepared me for the next. It's never about getting to this point and saying, okay, I've made it, because there's always something else, whether it be success or failure, is preparing you to take that next step. And it may be a step that you never even imagined. I never would have thought, one, that I would have played professional baseball, but two, that I would have gotten into a decades long career in international missions and traveled the world. I never would have guessed I would have write a book. So I think all of this is just showing me that there's things in my life that God's using to prepare me for what's coming next. There's a wonderful book out there called Living Life Backwards. If we start with the end in mind and say, where do we want to go? Where do we want to end up? You want to hear the words, well done, good and faithful servant. And so if that's our goal, then how do we work backwards from there?
All right, last question for you. This picture behind me of this guy on a bike, that's my pops. He's 80. He's my hero. So I call him my guide. Who are some guides you've had in your journey, and what did they teach you to get you to where you are now?
My dad was one of my early guides. My dad was my coach. My dad was a great father who set an example for what it looks like to follow Jesus. He was a guy that I leaned on throughout my career to go back to and ask questions. He's still very active in my life, and I ask him questions all the time. So agree that those guides are so important. I think of other players in my career like Lance Berkman, who really challenged me, led Bible study, really, confronted me with some tough questions that ultimately led to my journey back to Jesus. I think of chaplains, Tim Cash and Doug Sutherland. Some of these guys would actually come on the road with me and stay in my hotel room, accountability partners. They challenge me in the way that I think about my faith. I've got guys that I work with that are great examples to me. The CEO of our organization is Steve Stenstrom, who's a former football player. All of these guys are men that I look to, and men that continue to pursue Jesus. They're great examples for me.
I just want to say thank you for doing what I feel like we're all called to do, and that's take the platform of our lives, whether we're a professional baseball player or we're a street sweeper, and use it to glorify Jesus and to shine our light for others and challenge the audience to find your one thing to do that. What is your platform to go shine your light for Jesus? So thank you, Scott, for everything you're doing. I'm so pumped for the book release.
I just wanted to reiterate what you just said with a life verse, Psalm 115. Not to us, O Lord, not to us, but to you be the glory for your steadfast love and faithfulness. That's what it's all about. It's not about us. It's about the one who gave us life.
Well, amen to all that.